toys were simple back then. The mission seemed bigger. They danced for peace as they protested an unpopular war. 78 million baby boomers were born between 1946 and 1964. We'll show you what's on their mind now, where their lives have taken them, and what they're doing to make a world of difference. That's today on 50 Plus Prime. If there's one message you wanted to leave our viewers with, what is it?
We need kids to eat healthy food, and that means 50% of the plate should be plant-based.
Chef Ann has been delivering that message for the better part of her professional life.
Hi, can I get a half a pound of arugula, please?
She shops the local farmers market.
I mean, I think that if we really want to change children's relationship to food, and if we want people to be healthier, they have to cook.
I need you to cut my spaghetti squash.
Now in her early 60s, it's her life experience as a people watcher and a mother of 5 children that helped Cassandra shape her role as Ernie Hudson's sassy wife in the 2014 release of Doonby with John Schneider.
You spending the day lazing and chewing the fat, or are you going to check those books like I've been telling you?
Oh, baby, come on.
Hey, Billy Andrade for 50 Plus Prime. Today's golf tip is a pre-shot routine. Some people have it, some people don't. I'll teach you how to get it done.
Those stories, plus cultural historian Jonathan Pontel on Time Magazine's role in kickstarting the baby boomer generation. And nostalgia, a bit of movie trivia about that time when Gene Kelly went singing in the rain. And then aging well, what not to eat to stay healthy as our birthdays add up. All of that today on 50 Plus Prime. 50 Plus Prime is brought to you by WellMed. Thank you for joining us. I'm Tony Fama. In 2012, more than 1/3 of children in the United States were overweight or obese. That means they're more at risk for adult health problems such as heart disease and type 2 diabetes. That information comes from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. On 50 Plus Prime, we feature baby boomers working to change things for the better. Ann Cooper is one of those boomers. She's nicknamed the Renegade Lunch Lady for leading U.S. schools to change their lunch menus, swapping out highly processed, high-sugar foods with fresh fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. I spent a few days in Boulder, Colorado with Chef Ann, who has a single focus, and that's the health of our kids.
Richard, what's all this for?
Well, this is our pizza sauce.
All salad bar pack out? Yes. I see peppers.
We met Ann Cooper early one morning in the kitchen at Casey Middle School in Boulder, Colorado. As any successful field general, Chef Ann was making sure the troops were on task.
We're roasting cauliflower. So this will be a side vegetable later in the week. This is now chilled, so we roast and then blast chill. So that's what Margaret just did, is pulled it out of the blast chillers.
What does the blast chilling accomplish?
It brings it down to safe temperatures, so you're not sending warm food out that could make somebody sick.
Somebody, as in one of the 30,000 students in Colorado's Boulder Valley School District. Chef Ann is on a mission. If there's one message you wanted to leave our viewers with, what is it?
We need kids to eat healthy food, and that means 50% of the plate should be plant-based. Fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, whole grains. And then we have to add to that healthy proteins and healthy fats. But real food, food that's cooked, no highly processed foods, no high-fat food, no high-salt food, no high-sugar food. Real food that someone cooks.
Chef Ann has been delivering that message for the better part of her professional life. She did it 10 years ago as head of food services for the Berkeley, California Unified School District. She does it through her Chef Ann Foundation. And since 2009, she's been doing it here in Boulder.
Hi, can I get a half a pound of arugula, please?
She shops the local farmers market.
I mean, I think that if we really want to change children's relationship to food, and if we want people to be healthier, they have to cook. So the thing about a farmer's market is you're buying raw product. Yeah, there are pre-made products, but by and large, I mean, you're buying fresh produce, you're buying clean meats, and then you can actually cook with it.
What is this?
These are beets.
What are you going to do with these?
I'm going to roast them, and that's as far as I've got in my head yet. So I'm going to roast these.
Many of these farmers supply fruits and vegetables to Ann in the school district.
She's at the heart of what we do in the fields. You know, Anne's working really hard to connect children and their families with healthy local produce. Food is our best preventative medicine that we do every single day, and Anne recognizes that and is doing all of our families in the area here a big favor.
Yeah, here's some cauliflower. So this cauliflower will likely be the cauliflower we're picking and giving to the school district.
All organic.
All organic, yep, 100% certified.
Jason Condon owns Isabelle Farm, an organic farm, supplying the school district with vegetables.
And I think for kids to sort of grow up with, you know, quality food in schools, it's just a great way to sort of set that ball in motion of saying, you know, think about maybe where your food comes from. Think about what your food is. What are you eating? Where did it come from? How was the land treated? How was the waterways around that farm impacted? And how were the people that were harvesting that food treated?
We met Jason and his crew during spring planting. Jason also has a personal interest in working with Chef Anne.
My daughter always wants to eat hot lunch, which, as I said, I went to the exact same school she went to when I was in first grade, and I can tell you I never ate hot lunch, ever, ever, ever. And I don't really remember anybody eating hot lunch. I remember thinking, I don't even know what they do back there. But it certainly wasn't something kids wanted to eat.
Whether it's a hot lunch or the school salad bar, kids are getting Anne's message and filling up their plates.
I get the salad bar a lot with my lunches, so yeah. And they always have a different fruit every day, so it's good.
There's even something called Rainbow Day.
So every kid in a school, whether they buy lunch or bring lunch from home, gets a free salad. And they have to pick 4 choices, and if they eat them all, and the choices are the color of the rainbow, they get a sticker.
And don't underestimate the power of a sticker.
Nice. You have one more bite of your piece so I can give you a sticker today? Awesome. Good job. Here you go.
It's eating all the different colors of the rainbow, and so when we talk about eating vegetables, we want the kids to eat all different colors of vegetables, and that's how they get all the different nutrients they need.
It was like going away to college. It was like the freshman 5, only starting in 6th grade. That's what it was like.
The freshman 5 pounds.
Yeah.
How's the pizza today?
Allison Boggs is principal at Boulder Valley's Casey Middle School, and she remembers how things were before Chef Anne.
Kids would load their tray up with, they could buy chips, and they bought, hot Cheetos were really popular, and they would buy strawberry milk. They would buy 2 of those. Those are 220 calories apiece.
Mara Fleischman is a parent who remembers too, like the day she met her daughter at school for lunch.
The meal was French toast sticks, and there was a packet of maple syrup, and I looked at the back of it just because I was curious. And there was really there was no maple syrup in it. It was really all sugar. And then there was pears in a sugary syrupy sauce on the side, and she loved it. I'm not gonna lie, she loved it. But I thought to myself, wow, if I were to eat this right now, I would crash from the sugar in about an hour.
But oh, have things changed from what used to be.
They just are calmer. They can really pay attention. They're not hungry. Their stomachs aren't growling. They're not feeling all these other sensations that get them take their mind off of learning and drop their energy so they can't focus and make them tired.
School districts really needed help in changing their food. So if we want to switch from highly processed foods, high fat, high salt, high sugar, to scratch cooked foods, we really need to give schools infrastructure and help and guidance and resources.
And it's that commitment to making sure kids eat well and eat all of their greens that's gotten Chef Anne some pretty high visibility support.
This is under the auspices of Michelle Obama's Let's Move initiative, which is why it's called Let's Move Salad Bars to Schools. We've raised over $8.5 million and put over 3,400 salad bars in schools across the country.
And it's a commitment Chef Anne lives in her personal life as well. As she begins work in her home garden in early spring, she anticipates the benefit of summer for children.
And it's a kid magnet too. All the kids in the neighborhood come and they'll just come over and they'll pick some tomatoes.
Back at school. So tell me about the school lunch program here. Do you like it?
Yeah, I do. There's, because it gives a variety, like every lunch there's always a couple choices you can choose from.
You must love children.
Yeah, it's really amazing to be able to feed them all this great food.
They seem happy.
I think they are, you know?
Is it your food?
Well, hopefully part of it at least.
Next week, Chef Ann's stateside message is beginning to make a difference overseas. If you'd like to support the Chef Ann Foundation, please visit Compassion Campaign at 50plusprime.com. We'll send you a 50 Plus Prime t-shirt or coffee mug featuring Maria and Madeline. Every penny after expenses and sales tax will go to the cause. Next on 50 Plus Prime.
Been there. I love hearing the reaction of the audience. I love being in there and hearing them cry when I made them cry. I made them laugh. I like that power.
Our golf tip today is a pre-shot routine. And what is
Billy Andrade of the PGA Champions Tour with a pre-shot routine to keep you in the fairway.
They get in there.
50 Plus Prime is brought to you by WellMed.